Hi, Becky Doyle here, author of the Debunking Addiction blog on HealthyPlace.com. This week I want to talk to you guys about the stigma around addiction recovery and how that poses a barrier to a lot of people who are considering trying to quit whatever it is that they're addicted to. In my experience, I've met quite a few people who think, I should be able to lick this by myself. I'm not weaker than a substance. I'm not weaker than a cigarette. I can handle this. And it's so ingrained in us from a very early age throughout society that if we aren't able to solve our problems on our own, then we're somehow weak or less than the people around us. And I think it's really important to identify that there are some situations where you need to ask for help. For instance, you wouldn't try to move your entire home across country by yourself, now would you? I mean, let's think about it. There are a lot of different things that have to be done when you're moving cross-country. You have to pack up everything that you own, the fragiles. Everything needs to be marked accordingly. You need to buy the boxes somewhere. You need to go out and get resources in order to accomplish this task. And then chances are, if you're moving an entire home, there's a lot of furniture in that, and you probably need a big 16-foot truck, or bigger, 16-wheeler. And in that case, you need to hire someone to do the actual transportation of all of your belongings. And I think that there are more situations in life that fit this type of issue where we need to receive help and be willing to ask for help from other people around us than we're willing to readily admit. Addiction recovery is one of them. Mental health is a whole other topic. There's a whole other blog for that on HealthyPlace. You can check that one out. But I think that this is something that doesn't get talked about enough. If it were, there wouldn't be so many people that I'm still encountering on a regular basis who think, oh, I don't need to see a doctor about this. I don't need to get any outside help, or I don't need those resources, but thanks, but I don't need it. I can handle this. There would be fewer of those people in the world if we talked about addiction in this way. And one of the things that I would really like to share to any of those naysayers out there is that I found that for myself, when I asked for help and when I allowed myself to receive it, and I just felt surrounded by the support and the love of my friends and family, I felt so much stronger, and I felt so much more capable of dealing with life on a daily basis. Just knowing that I had them there by my side, it was a huge relief. And I think there is something to be said for, first of all, the courage that it takes to be able to reach out and say, I don't know how to do this on my own, or I need help. And sometimes that help may be something as simple as a little bit of support or personal accountability. You may not even be asking this person to do very much, but just knowing that they're there with you on this journey is a huge boost. And I feel very strongly that I would not have stayed sober in early recovery had it not been for this network of friends and family in recovery that I had built up around myself. And if there's anyone out there who's trying to just power through and logic their way through giving up some sort of addiction that they have, I would really, really strongly encourage those people to just try asking for help. It doesn't matter how. And even, okay, so let's just test the theory. Let's just say, okay, so you're not trying to quit an addiction, but think about something that you do on a fairly regular basis that you could possibly ask for help doing. It doesn't have to be something super complicated. It could be something as simple as asking somebody for help with something that you do around the house, or asking for somebody to listen to you talk about something that had happened that day, and be aware of how you feel throughout that conversation, or at the end of the conversation, how has your perception of the problem shifted, and how are you feeling about yourself? Do you feel more powerful? Do you feel weaker? Do you feel more or less confused? Are things a little bit clearer than they were before as far as what's the next right thing to do? I think that would be a really interesting social experiment. I know what I think the outcome is going to be based on my own experience, but I want to hear what other people's experiences are. So take that and let me know what you find. And I look forward to an engaging discussion. Thanks for tuning in, and have a great week.